If you're just joining, if you'll mute yourself so that there's not the background noise, that's excellent. I was talking to a friend this morning. We were talking about meditation. And I was advising the meditation of awareness, looking at one's mind. She said, I don't know how to do that. What do you mean, awareness? So many of us have done a lot of practice, but we haven't really sat with our mind to develop our ability to stay present in each moment. And that just takes practice. That's all. Just takes practice to become familiar. That's what meditation is, becoming familiar. Gom in Tibetan. This is the Gompa, the place to become familiar, the virtue. And in order to have a successful meditation, if you were to develop a daily meditation practice and you wanted to grow your practice, we have to till the garden of our mind in order for the seeds to sprout. I think it's a good analogy because when we throw seeds out on hard ground, they don't sprout. So, there is a prescription, a procedural prescription for being able to bring the mind to a state where it can settle, to receive blessings, to be able to settle the mind, to accentuate the positive, to bring in the blessings of the universe. And we do that first by creating the space. So here we have this incredible space. We make offerings. We have a picture or an image that inspires us of our teacher, of the Buddha. And we make offerings. Maybe it's a candle, a stick of incense. And as we do so, we are thinking to have an opportunity to meet the path to enlightenment is so rare and precious that I feel so lucky, so incredibly lucky to be able to actually sit in meditation and know that there's been a guidance, there's been a stream from the Buddha all the way to today, an unbroken lineage from the master to the disciple. So that's fabulous, really. So first we think about how precious it is, this opportunity that we have. Because with this life, this human life, anything is possible. Complete enlightenment is possible. So having that sort of gratitude in our heart, then we sit down on our cushion with a joyful heart, with a joyful heart. And now I'm going to do something worthwhile with this precious life. Right in this moment, I'm going to do something worthwhile. So we make a determination that in this life, at this time, I'm going to gather all my powers of concentration. And I'm going to engage in prayer and meditation for the purpose of actualizing my highest potential, perfect enlightenment. So if I'm lucky, I'm going to be successful in sharing my screen so that we could engage in some prayers to start with, because what we do when we engage in these prayers is that we're tilling the soil. We're making it warm and ready. We're watering it, getting the seeds in the ground, planting them so that we can then sprout this enlightened mind, to have a sense of being settled. So I would like to invite you to join me, and I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. So I'm going to give it a go and we'll see. Maybe. Okay. So this is refuge in bodhicitta. When we take refuge, it's often we take refuge, we recite the same prayer 3 times, the first verse 3 times. But I've found it's really useful to think more deeply about what it is that I'm actually taking refuge in, that I'm actually taking refuge in the mind of enlightenment. And I'm also taking ultimate refuge, knowing that I can become a Buddha. And when I chant like that, then that's where the mind goes. So if you like, and you have the privacy to be able to chant along, please, let's take refuge and grow our bodhicitta, wishing to become a Buddha to benefit all beings. I go for refuge until enlightenment to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha by my virtuous actions of giving and so on. May I become a Buddha to benefit all beings. I go for refuge until enlightenment to the mind of enlightenment, to seeing emptiness directly, and to the Arya beings who have. May I become a Buddha to benefit all beings. I go for refuge until enlightenment, with confidence in the knowledge that the nature of my own mind is wisdom, its expression is clarity, and its compassion. May I become a Buddha to benefit all beings. May all beings abide in equanimity, free of attachment and aversion. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings find good rebirths and the bliss of liberation. I will help us to have these. Please, Guru Buddha, bless me to be able to do this. And then imagine having this longing in your heart, that in the space in front of you appears your Lama in the aspect of Shakyamuni Buddha. And we make this prayer. Oh, magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus and moon seat above my head. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. So now think that Guru Shakyamuni Buddha comes to the crown of your head, seated in the same direction as you are. And as you recite this prayer requesting blessings, Light rays radiate from his heart, coming down through his body into your crown and filling you with these blessings. May I be inspired by Guru devotion, uplifted by the preciousness of this human life, shed the fetters of attachment and aversion through a knowledge of impermanence, be protected by refuge, guided by a knowledge of actions and their results, aim for liberation through renunciation. May I be motivated by bodhicitta, opened by giving, disciplined by ethical behavior, strengthened by patience, enthused by joyous effort, stabilized by concentration, and freed by wisdom. And then we request, O magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus and moon seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and stay with me always until I attain enlightenment. So now imagine the Shakyamuni Buddha, your guru in the aspect of Shakyamuni Buddha, is extremely pleased with you, melts into a sphere of light, enters through your crown, and very slowly begins to descend down through your body, bringing a sense of deep relaxation, letting go of all the tension. You can experience that release in your brow, your jaw. As the Buddha comes right to the center of your heart. And this energy continues to descend down through your body, noticing all the tension completely leaving as your awareness comes right down to the ground. And you feel the places where your body touches the cushion, the mat. A sense of being grounded as you connect to the earth element. Mother Earth holding you. Notice your posture, allowing the spine to lengthen and straighten to its natural extension. Your belly is soft, rising and falling as the breath flows out and back in again. And we will grow our concentration as we bring our awareness to the sensation of the breath, wherever it appears most distinctly for you. Knowing that Guru Buddha is in your heart, how wonderful. And bringing your awareness there, perhaps just inside the nostrils or the rising and falling of the belly, whichever provides the best anchor for you. So we'll sit now for 20 minutes. Thoughts will come, feelings and sensations, images will come. But our awareness remains one pointed on just the breath. It's often useful to begin counting a full cycle for 10 cycles, breathing out and breathing in as one, and noticing the pause as the breath turns. Tethering our awareness to just the breath. That's all. Nothing to do or undo. Be content if 10% of the mind is on the breath. Easygoing. And if you become distracted, notice the sensation in the body and mind when we are grasping. And as we come back to the breath, notice, what is the sensation in my body-mind when I'm free of grasping? If the mind is relatively stable, you might let go of the breath and begin to expand awareness into the space around the breath. But know that the breath is always there as an anchor. And you might allow your mind to rest in awareness itself. The knowing of knowing. Like fog that dissipates in the sun. Mind looking at mind. Thoughts and images dissipate by seeing your own mind. Notice when we're distracted. And notice the sensation when we come back to presence. Movement and stillness in harmony. we can see, like the sky, devoid of shape or color. It can never be blemished by clouds of black or white. In the same way, our mind, devoid of shape or color, can never be blemished by good or bad, black or white. We see whatever is arising in the mind is essenceless. Slowly begin to come back into this body. Feeling your fingers and toes. I would be interested in hearing your experience of your meditation. So I thought maybe if we go into breakout rooms, if we're successful in that, you might ask the question. I have two questions. What does it feel like in the body and mind when the mind is distracted, when it has been caught, kidnapped, grasped, and we're out there spinning a story? And then we realize, and like training a puppy, we bring it back, right back to center, to our object. And then what does it feel like when we have come back to this present moment? So I would like to see if we can go into breakout rooms, and maybe we have 10 minutes for you to have an opportunity to discuss what is your experience of the meditation, what is your experience when you've been caught, and what is your experience when you have returned. Okay.
So the breakout rooms are all ready to go. I'm about to open them. There's 6 breakout rooms. Each of you have been assigned to one. So we'll reconvene in 10 minutes, and I'll go ahead and post the first question right away, and then 5 minutes in, I'll post the second question. Okay?
Okay.
All right,
Great.
see you guys in 10 minutes.
So is it just you and me, Marissa?
Yep, for the moment. I'm making sure one person, yeah, I'm just making sure everyone's in a breakout room. So one person ended up in a room that nobody joined, so I moved her to another room,
Okay.
and everyone else looks good to go.
Can you see everybody?
I can see that they've all joined. I see green dots by their names.
Okay.
I'm
I have no idea what it's like on the move it outside.
yeah, yeah. So it's good. In 2.5 minutes, I'm going to broadcast the second question, and then the rest should happen automatically.
Okay.
Oh, let me stop recording. Sorry. Okay.